Hello students, welcome back to my channel. You are watching Sony Edupreneur Academy. आज की इस वीडियो में मैं इंडियन इकोनॉमी की पार्ट 4 कवर करने जा रही हूँ। ये लूसेंट जनरल नॉलेज का ऑडियो सीरीज है। इस सीरीज में आज हम चैप्टर 7 अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की बात करने वाले हैं। So now let's start. Chapter 7 Unemployment. This is the part of Indian economy. In these, the point is given, 4 points is given. First is, in common parlance, anybody who is not gainfully employed in any productive activity is called unemployed. However, it can be of two kinds. First is voluntary unemployed and second is involuntary unemployed. Here we are concerned with the second category of unemployed persons. Next, hence unemployed can be defined as a situation when persons able and willing to work are seeking jobs at the prevailing wage level, but they are unable to get the same. Unemployment developing economies like India is not the result of deficiency of effective demand in the Keynesian sense, but a consequence of shortage of capital, equipment or other complementary resources. Next, in India, unemployment is structural in nature due to lack of productive capacity and resources. Next is types of unemployment. The first type is cylindrical unemployment. It is the result of depression in an economy. Second, frictional unemployment. This kind of unemployment is temporary. It is the result of a situation when new industries drive out old ones and workers change over to better jobs. Third is open unemployment. It refers to those who have no work to do even though they are able and willing to do work. Fourth is seasonal unemployment. This occurs at certain period of the work when workload is comparatively less and hence people are rendered jobless. For example, in the period between past harvest and the next sowing, agricultural laborers are unemployed. Educated unemployed. This is mainly found in urban areas. Those educated persons who are unable to get work come under this category. Sixth is underemployment, also known as disguised unemployment. It results when a person contributes to production less than what he or she is capable of. For example, an engineer working as a clerk in underemployed. Chapter 7 Compulsory Unemployment. It means the labor power which is ready to work on the current rate but does not get the work. Point number 8 Seasonal Unemployment. It means the unemployment of the farmers and farm laborers during non-crop seasons. There are some related points of seasonal unemployment. This is during 9th plan, total 3.6 crore fresh unemployed begins to look for employment. Next is before its replacement by the Niti Aayog, the Planning Commission had to collect data of unemployment on the basis of Lakadwala formula effective from 11th March 1997, and prior to this the process to collect data was on the basis of surveys of National Sample Survey Organization NSSO. Next is in 8th plan, the aim was to create 1 crore employment. During 9th plan, the additional requirement of work opportunities was approximately 5 crore 30 lakhs. Next, in India, the data relating to unemployment are collected by National Sample Survey Organization NSSO. This organization has the following concept with regards to unemployment. First, general status of unemployment. In this category, generally those unemployed for more than 1 year are included. As such, it is a long-term unemployment. Weekly unemployed. The person who have not got work for even 1 hour in a week are included in this category. Third, daily unemployment. It is considered the best concept of unemployment. The main reason for unemployment in India are slow economic development, population explosion, outdated technique, improper education system, and limited effect of government planning. This is tabular data. Now detail is given here. The first is Bharat Nirman Yojana. These are the yojanas which are developed for improving the employment condition. So first is Bharat Nirman Yojana. The related point is the Union government launched a new comprehensive scheme named Bharat Nirman Yojana on December 16, 2005. This scheme aims at developing rural infrastructure. The major six sectors of Bharat Nirman Yojana are irrigation, roads, housing, water supply, electrification, and rural communication. Bharat Nirman Yojana, the flagship rural infrastructure development program of the UPA government, still remains work in progress in 2014 to 15. Next is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Manrega. This is very popular employment guarantee program. Under this program, the following points are included. The first is the National Rural Employment Guarantee Bill was passed by Parliament on September 7, 2005. It secured presidential assent letter in 2005 itself and became an act. Second is the act provides for at least 100 days of employment to one able-bodied person in every rural household every year. The act Narega came into force from 2 February 2006. Initially, 200 districts have been selected for the enforcement of the scheme. Next, the central government and state government bear 75% and 25% of the cost of material wages of skilled and semi-skilled workers. The government has extended the Narega to 654 districts of the country. This scheme has been provided a sum of rupees 34,699 crore for the FY 2015 to 16. The next, 1,65,500 crore has been allocated for Manrega for 12th plan 2012 to 17. Note, the Government of India 2 October 2009 renamed the Narega as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Manrega. Employment Guarantee Act 2005. The government, on the advice of National Advisory Council, has passed the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Employment Guarantee Act 2005. The government, on the advice of National Advisory Council, has passed the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The main features of the act are: first, every household in rural India will have right to at least 100 days of guaranteed employment every year for at least one adult member. The employment will be in the form of casual manual labor at the stationary minimum wage, and wages shall be paid within 7 days of the week during which work was done. Second, work should be provided within 15 days of demanding it, and the work should be located within 5 km distance. Third, if work is not provided to anybody within the given time, he or she will be paid a daily unemployment allowance, which will be at least 1/3 of the minimum wages. Fourth, workers employed on public work will be entitled to medical treatment and hospitalization in case of injury at work, along with a daily allowance of not less than half of the statutory minimum wage. In case of death or disability of a worker, an extra gratia payment shall be made to his legal heirs as per provisions of the Workmen Compensation Act. Fifth, 5% wage may be deducted as contribution to welfare schemes like health insurance, accident insurance, survivor benefits, maternity benefit, and social security schemes. 6. For non-compliance with rules, strict penalties have been laid down. 7. For transparency and accountability, all accounts and record of the program will be made available for public scrutiny. 8. The district collector or chief executive officer will be responsible for the program at district level. 9. The Gram Sabha will monitor the work of the Gram Panchayat by way of social audit. Some important development in employment programs. First, during the 7th 5-year plan, a scheme called Jawahar Rozgar Yojana was introduced from April 1989 to solve the problem of unemployment in the rural sector. The former ongoing two main rural employment programs, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act (NREP) and Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Act (RLEGP), were merged with Jawahar Rozgar Yojana. The total expenditure on Jawahar Rozgar Yojana was shared by the centre and the state government in the ratio 80:20. Third, under the Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, 30% employment opportunities was reserved for women. Fourth, under the Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, it was made compulsory to spend 60% of the total expenditure on labour used in the work completed under the scheme. Fifth, a sub-plan of Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, Indira Awas Yojana, was made on independent scheme in itself on January 1, 1996. 7. The Employment Assurance Scheme (EAS) was introduced on 2 October 1993 in selective rural areas. The aim of this scheme is to provide work in the form of unskilled physical labor to all the employment-seeking men and women of ages between 18 years to 16 years in rural areas. The expenditure on this scheme is shared by the centre and state in the ratio of 80:20. From maximum of 2 members from one family can be benefited under this scheme. Since January 1, 1996, the integrated Jawahar Rozgar Yojana has been merged with Employment Assurance Scheme. The Integrated Rural Development Program (IRDP) was started on an experimental basis in 1978 to 79. This program was launched in the whole country on 2 October 1980. The basic aim of IRDP was to provide assistance to rural poor families living below the poverty line. The Integrated Rural Development Program is financially assisted by the centre and states in the ratio of 50:50. Under the Integrated Rural Development Program (IRDP), targeted group includes at least 50% families belonging to scheduled caste (SC) and ST. Apart from this, among the beneficiaries, 50% were females and 3% physically handicapped persons. Next, development of women and children in rural areas (DWCRA) and training rural youth for self-employment were the sub-plans of Integrated Rural Development Program (IRDP). The objective of TRYSEM was to provide training to those rural youth ages 18 to 35 years who belong to the family living below the poverty line. This program was started on August 15, 1979. The next heading is Development of Women and Children in Rural Area Program (DWCRA) was started in September 1982. Under this program, a group of 10 to 15 women was taken who belonged to the families living below the poverty line, and they were given training for starting any economic activity. Every group was given the economic assistance of Rs 25,000. Next heading, Swarna Jayanti Sahari Rozgar Yojana. In this Yojana, the Urban Self-Employment Program and Urban Wage Employment Program of the Swarna Jayanti Sahari Yojana was substituted in December 1997. Various programs operated earlier for poverty alleviation. SJSRY is funded on 75:25 basis between the centre and the states. During the 3-year period 1997 to 98, 1999 to 2000, a total of rupees 353 crores were spent on SJSRY, generating 21.8 million man days of employment. The next heading, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana SGSY. In this Yojana, the government has introduced Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana on 1 April 1999. And the previous 6 ongoing schemes have been merged with this scheme. They are IRDP, TRISOM, DWCRA, MWS, SITRA, SITRA, Ganga Kalyan Yojana. The SGSY is a holistic program covering all the aspects of self-employment. The scheme is funded on 75:25 basis by the center and the state. The next, the Drought-Prone Area Program was started in 1973 with the objective of developing the drought-prone area and also re-establishing the environmental balance. This program is financially assisted by the center and the concerned state government in the ratio 50:50. Second, the Desert Development Program started in 1997 to 78 to end the ill effects of drought in desert area and also to stop the process of desert expansion. This program is implemented on the basis of 100% financial assistance rendered by central government. Next, the Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Act RLEGP began on August 15, 1993 and National Rural Employment Program NREP on 2 October 1980. During 7th 5-year plan on 2 October 1980, during 7th 5-year plan, these programs were merged with Jawahar Rozgar Yojana. Next is Council for Advancement of People's Action and Rural Technology, CAP-ART, is an independent section of Rural Development Department of the Government of India, which was established on September 1, 1986 for rural development work. CAP-ART provides grants to voluntary organization. The head office of CAP-ART is at New Delhi. Following programs are being implemented by the Ministry of Urban Development to eradicate urban poverty. First, Nehru Rozgar Yojana, Urban Basic Services for the Poor. Third, Program of Environmental Improvement of Urban Slums. The Nehru Rozgar Yojana began on October 1989, which was revised in March 1990. Under this Yojana, following schemes were included. The first, Scheme of Urban Micro Enterprises SUME, Scheme of Urban Wage Employment SUWA, Scheme of Housing and Central Upgradation SHASU. Next, the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana PMRY started for 2 October 1993 for the educated unemployed youth and initially was in operation in urban areas. From April 1, 1994 onward, the scheme is being implemented throughout the country. Its objective was to give employment to 10 lakh educated unemployed urban youth by establishing 7 lakh micro enterprises during the 8th 5-year plan. During 1993 to 94, this Yojana was implemented in urban areas only, but since 1 April 1994, it was extended to whole country. SHGS self-help group are considered eligible for financing under the PMRY effective from 8 December 2003. Provided all members individually satisfy the eligibility criteria laid down and total membership does not exceed 20. There is also a ceiling on the loan amount. New schemes and plant of union and state government. This is Pahal scheme. First, more than 60% of LPG customers in the country have joined the ambitious Pahal scheme for receiving cash subsidy so that they can buy cooking gas LPG at market price. Second, over 9 crore consumers out of total consumer base of 15.33 crore have joined the, we can read as 15.33 crore have joined the direct benefit transfer for LPG DBTL scheme, and rupees 2,262 crore in cash has been transferred to them. The DBTL scheme for LPG consumers PAHAL was launched on November 15, 2014 in 54 districts and in the rest of the country on January 1, 2015. The scheme aims to transfer the subsidy on LPG directly into the bank account of over 15 crore LPG consumers. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao new scheme. In this scheme, the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme, which seeks to address gender imbalance and discrimination against the girl child, was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Panipat in Haryana. Mahendragarh at Jhajjar district of Haryana are badly affected with imbalanced sex ratio, where there are just about 775 girls for 1000 boys, the lowest in India. Haryana Chief Minister launched a scheme for girl child, Aapki Beti Hamari Beti, with an aim to combat the problem of declining child sex ratio in the state. Sukanya Samriddhi accounts, rate of interest 9.1% per annum 2014 to 15, calculated on yearly basis, yearly compounded, minimum INR 1000 and maximum INR 1,50,000 in a financial year. Subsequent deposit in multiple of INR 100. Deposits can be made in a lump sum. No limit on number of deposit either in a month or in a financial year. Account can be opened up to age 10 years only from the date of birth. If minimum of rupees 1000 is not deposited in a financial year, your account will become discontinued and can be revived with a penalty of rupees 50 per year with minimum amount required for deposit for that year. Partial withdrawal maximum up to 50% of balance standing at the end of the preceding financial year can be taken after account holder attaining age of 18 years. Account can be closed after completion of 21 years. Next point is Jan Dhan Yojana, AIM scheme to promote financial inclusion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana to help the poor open bank account. The slogan for the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan mission is Mera Khata Bhagya Vidhata. Every individual who opens a bank account will become eligible to receive an accident insurance cover up to rupees 1 lakh. HDFC ER-Go General Insurance will provide the accident cover under the scheme. An additional of rupees 30,000 life insurance cover will be provided for those opening bank accounts before 26 January 2015. LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, will provide the life insurance cover of rupees 30,000 under the scheme. Rupees 5,000 overdraft facility for Aadhaar linked account, RuPay debit card with an minimum monthly remuneration of rupees 5,000 to business correspondents who will provide the last link between the account holders and the bank capital infusion in banks. Next Yojana is Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. In this Yojana, the Union Cabinet on 21st March 2015 cleared a scheme to provide skill training to 1.4 million youth with an overall outlay of rupees 1,120 crore. Next, the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, to be implemented by the new Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship through the National Skill Development Corporation, will focus on fresh entrants to the labor market, especially class 10th and class 12 dropouts. Silent future of this scheme, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. In this scheme, the target for skilling would be aligned to demand from other flagship programs launched in recent times such as Make in India, Digital India, National Solar Mission and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Second, the training under this scheme will include soft skills, personal grooming, behavioral changes for cleanliness, good work ethics and etc. Sector skill councils and the state government would closely monitor skill training that will happen under PMKVY. Next, under the scheme, a monetary reward of about rupees 8,000 will be given to trainees up to certification upon certification by third-party assessment bodies. Skill training would be done on the basis of demand assessed by the NSDC for the period 2013 to 17. This is all about the unemployment. The next topic is social security schemes. In this scheme, bank accounts are providing in these schemes. The point is, after providing bank account to crores of unbanked people under Jan Dhan Yojana, the Prime Minister has launched 3 social security schemes, including at ₹1 day insurance cover. First point, the scheme Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. The second, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, and the third is Atal Pension Yojana. First point, PMJBY will offer a renewable 1-year life cover of ₹2 lakh to all saving bank account holders in the age group of 18 to 50 years, covering death due to any reason for a premium of ₹330 per annum per subscriber. PMSBY will offer a renewable 1-year accidental death cum disability over of ₹2 lakh for partial permanent disability to all saving bank account holder in the age group of 18 to 70 years for a premium of ₹12 per annum per subscriber. Atal Pension Yojana will focus on the unorganized sector and provide subscriber a fixed minimum pension of ₹1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 per month starting at the age of 60 years depending on the contribution option exercised on entering at an age between 18 to 40 years. In this way, the chapter 7 unemployment is completed. अगर आपको इसके पहले की वीडियो देखनी है तो वो मेरे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक है, आप देख सकते हैं. थैंक यू. ऑल द बेस्ट. अगर आपको किसी और बुक की ऑडियो सीरीज चाहिए तो लेट कमेंट ऑन द कमेंट बॉक्स. I will try to make it on that book as soon as possible. Thank you. All the best.